Lucky block. 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 Los Lucky Blocks. Los Lucky Blocks. Los Lucky Blocks. Ginger Cisterna.
This is one of the oldest creatures on the planet.
Who's that? Pokemon!
We got a boomer!
Introducing the horseshoe crab. Found under the sea in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. And when I said old, this is one of the oldest creatures on the planet.
Who's that Pokemon?
We got a boomer!
Introducing the horseshoe crab. Found under the sea in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. And when I said old, I didn't mean individually. These little guys disconnect from the server at around age 40. And as far as their actual lives go, they're kind of boring. They're bottom feeders with zero offensive capability, and the only reason they have a tail is that without it, they would die if you flipped them onto their backs. No, when I say old, I mean as a species, because these things are walking fossils that have been running the exact same basic ass build, completely unchanged, for millions of years. How many millions? Well, here is a list of events that this little guy's family tree has lived through. The fall of Rome. The evolution of humankind.
Go back, I want to be monkey!
The Ice Age. God tossing a rock at the big-ass lizards.
Lizard.
Hell, this little fucker watched the first fish crawl onto land and was underwater when the first tree spawned. But I think the best way I can put this into perspective is that not unlike the way the Earth orbits the Sun orbits the Milky Way. Now, this process takes around 225 million years to complete. The horseshoe crab has done it twice! This plant explodes. But why? Well, you see, this is a squirting cucumber. Stop giggling. I see you laughing. Stop it. This is serious. These things are found worldwide, and to understand where this thing got its name, you need to understand how most plants spread their seeds. You see, most of the time, plants store their seeds in their fruit. Birds then swoop down, grab their food at the drive-thru, eat it, and fuck off. They then digest the flesh of the fruit, but shit out the seeds. Seeds hit the ground, get fertilized, and the cycle begins anew. But the squirter is poisonous. Every single part of the plant is toxic, so if Tweety here eats it, he's gonna become a KFC family bucket. So if that's the case, how does it spread its seed? Well, same way you do. You see, the cuke stores its seeds in the fruits as well, but the fruits are made up of very soft cells, and as they grow, they slowly fill with moisture. This moisture causes them to swell and inflate, increasing pressure on the inside of the fruit. That pressure builds. The fruit stretches until finally all that pressure is too much for the stem to bear, and it pops out like the pin in a grenade. And with that opening, all those seeds and all that pressure finally has somewhere to go. So, in order to spread its seed far and wide, it busts.
I am the Lord!
This
I am the Lorax, guardian of the forest! Have you planted a seed?
Block blast.
spiders are scary. But hey, at least they can't get you in the water, right? Yeah, that nightmare is a fishing spider. Native to the land down under, because of course it fucking is. And you may be wondering why the fuck this thing is pulling a Jesus. Well, you see, fishing spiders have no webs.
I take one look at you.
You feed your baby cheese. I didn't realise cheese was a painkiller. We're not frying the wax, are we? We're frying the wax. Not sure why. I don't see how this is going to magically heal her baby. Right, pretend I'm the candle. Ugh. Pretend I'm the other... No, we're not doing that again. What is this candle soup? It's like there's an annual candle purge and she's trying to kill them all. Where did that come from? I didn't see her put that in there. It's just spawned midway through. Wouldn't it just be great if these videos told you what they were doing? It's too much to ask. What could we possibly be straining out of that? Candles are just wax, there's nothing in them. We're not just going to start straining it and suddenly you just find like an AirPod in there. Oh yeah, we needed more wax. Vicks Vapor Rub, my bad. Are we making a new candle? Oh no, that's the Bernie bit. We actually are. Why is she measuring it like it's precision art? I'm still just trying to process the fact we've made a candle from candles. I don't think my brain is allowing me to believe that. Also, how is this going to help your baby? Why are you giving it a house tour? Be careful lighting that. Where's the baby?
I take one look.
The first thing you're going to want to do is put in a scoop of protein. Then you're going to want to add about a cup of almond milk to the mix. Then you're going to add some protein, and then I usually throw in a whole banana. Then we're going to add some protein. Now what I like to do, just for a little bit of taste, is add some protein. Then I usually add 1/2 of protein. Now of course it wouldn't really be a shake without some ice cubes. So we're going to add some protein, take some ice cubes, dip them in protein, throw them in the mix, then add some protein, and then, and only then, can you add some protein and blend. Now while you guys weren't looking, I actually went back and added some protein. Once everything's all blended, you can pour the contents out into a glass, add some protein, and now you can finally add some protein and enjoy your beverage. I forgot the protein. The first thing you're going to want to do is put in a scoop of protein. Then you're going to want to add about a cup of...
Okay, dude, it's time to go into my time machine and see where we're gonna go next.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the crazy Minecraft video where today I'm going to be showing you guys something really cool.
The story so far. There once was a country called Lamanberg. They held an election.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing some more Bed Wars.
Today, we are playing the Dropper, but no! Okay, dude, it's time to go into my time machine and see where we're gonna go next.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the crazy Minecraft video where today I'm going to be showing you guys something really cool.
The story so far. There once...
Yo everyone, the support on my new JJK game has been crazy. Bug fixes, late nights, and a whole...
My boyfriend's phone...
I was burned black from head to toe, but I was still alive. My comrades were stunned. They rushed me out for emergency treatment. The doctor said I had burns over 90% of my body. They figured I wouldn't last long. 2 weeks later, I didn't just survive. My wounds had fully healed. I had only lost my memory. They called it a miracle, but I remembered one thing. I had been hit by the legendary White Tiger tank. It was every tanker's nightmare. It showed up like a ghost, always at the fiercest moment of battle. Picked off tanks with perfect precision and then vanished like fog. I should have been discharged, but the front needed tankers, so I got sent back to war. One day a train carried a line of burned out wrecks. I reached out and touched them. I said that one had been taken out by a panther. The officer didn't believe me. Then I pointed to another one. I said that one had been destroyed by the White Tiger. He froze. He asked how I could possibly know. I said I could hear the tanks talk. They thought I was crazy. A few days later, a modified tank was put in front of me. Higher command issued one order. We had to destroy the White Tiger. They picked 2 more men to crew up with me, to see if I still had it. The officer pointed to a barn about 1 kilometer away. I punched the throttle and charged forward. I put a round right on target. That was when they finally believed in me. Not long after that, a tank at the front got wiped out by unknown fire. But the angle of the wreck told me the truth. I knew it had run into the White Tiger, and I could feel it was close. The soldiers said that was impossible. They said the whole area had already been searched. I didn't bother explaining. I used a low-end tank as bait and set up an ambush. The bait tank rolled forward slowly. Everything went quiet in a way that felt wrong. Then in the next second, the White Tiger appeared like a ghost. It blew the bait tank into a fireball instantly. Then it swept around behind me in one smooth move. But it didn't fire. It vanished right in front of us again. It felt like pure humiliation. I clenched the controls. I searched everywhere for its trail, but I never found it again. I was burned black from head to toe, but I was still alive. My comrades were stunned. They rushed me out for...
These are 1 in a million Mr. Beast moments that were never supposed to happen. First up is his prank with Kai Cenat, where they put 1,000 fireworks inside of his room and Kai literally almost got banned for this. So Mr. Beast had to record a video to Twitch employees, revealing that the room was actually fake.
We recreated his room in a field so he can have a firework war and just start launching stuff. And when it inevitably burns down, we'll prank you guys.
Next, we got this grandma from ages 1 to 100 video. She was losing the marbles game, but then ended up winning like crazy. The chance of this happening is 1 to 400,000, which is just unbelievable.
It's okay. I'm so sorry.
A comeback.
It might be.
Is there anything you want to say to each other before this?
I love you. It's okay. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But the final one is the smartest, because this guy became the first person ever who legally cheated in Mr. Beast video.
I'm gonna be here a while. Does anybody need a snack?
Wait, you're definitely eliminated.
You did say red light, green light at the end.
Red light. Let me review the footage and see if he's correct.
When you were explaining the rules, you said
Red light, green light, there's no time limit. Yeah, we have our first finisher by technicality.
These are 1 in a million Mr. Beast moments.
It's too bad your doors can't be locked to keep the monsters away. You check behind the door, there's nothing there no more. You should have stayed in bed. You've heard this noise before. You got across the floor. Try not to lose your head. Prepare for the horrors. This night will keep repeating over and over and over until you make it to the end. They hide around the corners. You better feel your eyes and keep looking over your shoulder, 'cause you'll never be alone again. It's too bad your doors can't be locked.
You didn't even travel that much this year.
It's his first day. Oh, that's no worries.
Remember to keep your hand inside your pocket so they think you have a weapon. Sorry, she's still in training, but everything's a learning opportunity, right?
Tell me about it. Should I call the police? Don't even think about it.
Ooh, great instincts.
Wow. That was scary. You're going to be a great robber.
Might even make it to corporate one day. To rob them.
So don't call the police?
No, we always call them after. See, you're getting it.
And if they call the police, you
Take the money and run.
Exactly, yeah. But if they won't give you the money, then you
Take a hostage.
Yes.
Hey, you. Get up. All right, give me the money or else.
Oh, please, no, I'll give you whatever you want.
Whatever you want sounds a little dismissive. Try saying anything you want. It gives off a much more accommodating tone, yeah? Sorry, everyone, it's his first day as a hostage.
It's his first day. Oh, that's no worries.
Remember to keep your hand inside your pocket so they think you have a weapon. Sorry, she's still...
Wait, Craig, how old are you? How old?
Skibidi.
Craig! Oh my gosh, it's gold! That's he gave you. Yo! He peed on your Skibidi. No! Bro, Sammy!
So by now you may have heard about the TikToker who claimed that the world was going to end on Christmas. Yeah, according to him, the world was going to flood and the only people who'd survive were the ones who got on the ark he was building in Ghana. Basically Noah's Ark 2.0. This time it's on TikTok. And you know, while most people saw right through this as total BS, not everyone did. His videos kept going viral and his following exploded to the point where national news outlets started interviewing him. And eventually this whole thing got serious enough that the government had to step in. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was. And somehow, at least one person believed this so much that they actually packed their bags and flew to Ghana to get on this guy's so-called ark. Now, before we get to the absolute mess that Christmas Day turned into, we need to rewind back to August when this entire thing first started and when people actually began believing it was real. So it all started in August of 2025 when this guy from Ghana started making waves on TikTok on an account known as Igbo Noah. His whole thing was basically that he's gonna create a massive ark that will soon be used to save humanity from a global flood. Yeah, according to Igbo Noah, God visited him in a dream and told him that the world was done for, and he was the guy in charge of saving everyone. And the date that God told him this all would be going down was December 25th, 2025, Christmas Day. Non-stop rain for 3 to 4 years. Everyone dies except for the people people who believe him and go on his arcs. And as he was posting these TikToks of him showing these pretty large boats being built and preaching this message to the world, a lot of people were pretty skeptical as to how they were being made and how he was paying for such a thing. He claimed to his followers that he had built 10 total wooden arcs across the country of Ghana. And here he's seen planning one of those boats, yet it's literally the most basic drawing ever. It doesn't quite look like much thought went into that plan, but whatever. Here he's seen working with some of that wood. And surprisingly, some people actually believed this guy, commenting on his post telling him that they will go. I mean, one woman even said, "What if Ebo Noah is Jesus?" and that he's pretending to see who will believe in him. Are we serious? I even saw this video that said countless people are headed toward Ebo Noah's ark, and as you can see, it looks like a ton of people are traveling to his ark, but this one had to be a joke. I couldn't find any way to verify it, and it just seems like way too many people for it to be real. My guess is that it's just some footage from something else, but who knows? Maybe it was real. Now, obviously, because a lot of people didn't believe him, a bunch of comments were just totally clowning him by asking things like, "Will I get network to watch TikTok in the ark?" Ebo Noah even responded, saying he'll sell a Wi-Fi bundle. Thank God. What will we do without Wi-Fi on the ark? Anyways, here's the thing. You might be wondering, how is this guy supposed to have so many people with just 10 boats? Well, you don't have to worry, because he was interviewed, asked that exact question, and his answer was that one boat can hold 600 million people.
600 million.
He couldn't even say that with a straight face. Let me know, guys, do you think that 7.5% of the entire world's population can fit in here? I'm curious. So yeah, because of how ridiculous a lot of the stuff this guy was saying, he went quite viral. Within just months, he hit 1.2 million followers on TikTok, but as his accounts were growing, skepticism was also obviously growing as well. I mean, how did...
So this Minecraft video, searching for a world that doesn't exist. I have not seen it yet, but I've heard talks that this is the greatest video of the year. And the crazy thing about it, it's a Minecraft video, and there was another one by this one, the Ish video. People were saying that this Ish video, 1,000 players simulate civilization, rich and poor, was the best. Then all of a sudden this one dropped, and it's banging right now. Get your popcorn ready. Searching for a world that doesn't exist. Shout out to Wi-Fi's or Wi-Fi's. Make sure you subscribe and support the original creator.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
Here we go.
This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside the mine is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
Sounds like a
Don't be
Roblox
fooled.
crossroads.
It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads,
turn left.
Don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers.
Okay, ARG
And
time.
That's it. It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed, and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange, and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling. But the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it is—
Dude, they need to make a Roblox ARG like this, not because we need everything Roblox, but the Roblox community would go crazy at puzzles like this. They have the most insane puzzle solving community.
Coordinates, and in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it.
Okay.
So, is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end? Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks. And this time, there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string. A string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link.
It's a Google Drive link, close enough.
Takes you to a folder. And this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist.
Okay, I am engaged into this. Question, chat. Is this video true? Is this video based on a real ARG? Or is it a made-up ARG for this video? That's the only thing I need to know before we get into this. Now we have the introduction done. Made up. So this whole video is made up. It's not like a real ARG that happened. It's based on a book. Okay. The channel is real, but the Google Doc is fake. All right, let's watch more. I'm engaged.
Video named Footage 1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time.
Interesting.
Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this.
Yo.
Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring, until he stops and sees this.
Play something cool. It's just more cave.
It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is. Moss and grass. This is immediately a red flag because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave,
dude, what is gonna happen?
Larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees and even more moss. He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird. We've only seen stone. And I guess he's right. The walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite, or ores. But come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point, though, Avery's wish gets granted, and the cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
Okay. Yo! Yo! This looks awesome, bro. Dude, the visual of that's sick.
For several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room is a giant cave of green with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber.
Who's bro typing to?
Closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees.
Dude, what's the lore here?
Spruce, mud,
what's the lore here,
chat? The question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room. Avery walks through the mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps. But of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single player.
Pause quickly here. So chat, people saying this is based off a book. And like when we say it's based off a book, I'm guessing the book has nothing to do with Minecraft and they've turned the book into a Minecraft story. Don't spoil, I just want to like get the background, yeah? Because dude, the writing of this is really good. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
At least it seems that way.
It's an old horror book, okay.
Until this happens. Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking.
What happened?
Another pair of torches is gone.
I'm not scared
of torches turning off.
Bro, what is gonna happen, dude?
And then another. I don't know what kind of practical joke this is, but I already heard you in the...
Lol. Oh my, that'd be so creepy. Jump scare? Hello?
I'm not scared of a game.
Oh no. Wait, listen to it. Is that law? Hello, hello. What's bro doing? Huh? Why is bro drowning himself? Okay. What, bro?
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared, but I felt compelled. I've never felt like that in my life.
Is this like the void calling you to jump?
What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say he found this world on a computer he got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure horror map.
Yeah, okay.
Except it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search.
Okay.
Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed.
So random. Such a random backstory.
Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored.
Yeah,
He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin, almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching as Avery runs
Interesting rehook.
from whatever it is that's hiding in this world. Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly
So this is like
know
part
why,
2.
and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight. Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon
bro gonna
tunnels as far as the eye can see. And then he hears it.
Wait, what's that sound from?
The same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again. Quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct. He scans the walls again, no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice.
This writing is crazy, bro. I keep getting like meta thoughts that like we're in a
Leads to
YouTube video.
another junction, and again, after a slight hesitation, Avery goes left. The tunnel continues, getting narrower and narrower and narrower.
I also I keep getting glimpses as well that this is a Minecraft video too. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like I feel like you don't need to know Minecraft to enjoy this. Yo, more trees.
He finds himself in the oasis.
The what?
Avery looks around the room, strangely almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. For a moment, he pauses.
Okay. I'll be hitting all them down.
Snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further. If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that, but I need to explore. He sails back to the edge of the lake. What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk. Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory.
What
His
is
plan
happening, bro?
simple. Set a trap for the thing following him.
Okay.
But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him?
Yeah, I was about to say, bro. Like, what's following him?
Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost
an extra step.
impossible to make out, but on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking
An extra
in that
step.
original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him.
Oh.
Stopping just a fraction of a second
Someone-
too late. to be
Oh!
quiet. But okay.
Yo! Okay, sorry. I'm invested, bro. Something has been following the whole time. Oh my god. My heart, dude. It's a Minecraft video, Bundan. It's a Minecraft video.
If something
Oh my
is
God.
somehow really
That's
following
hype.
Avery in a
Hype.
single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal
Okay.
itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away, away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was
Interesting.
gone.
Okay.
And then, whatever was following him would be exposed. The trap is set. Now, it's time to explore.
Okay, now we look around. Dude, what's this music? So eerie, bro. Actually, a banger song, I'm not gonna lie. It goes incredibly hard. Oh.
Avery walks through the trees, avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk. Every
Okay.
inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing. Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps walking. Then he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far.
What do you mean third sign?
What? Where? Third sign? I've only seen this one, but it turns out he's right.
Oh.
Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners
I
of
see.
the screen are two other signs Avery crossed earlier in the recording, though he gave no indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all
Why?
three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction. And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely see from
Dude, whoever this guy is a genius. How did he work that out? And how's he gonna find the exact point?
these protagonists by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius. But with that said, he returns to the lake to check on his contraption. And nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back.
Question though, right? He's saying something's been following him. It's obviously like close to him. Couldn't whatever that thing following him just followed him the whole time? And not being blocked off? Like, couldn't it just, like, it wasn't like the reaction was crazy.
Presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is here.
Dude, my timing's impeccable.
How? Why is Avery saying that? Why
My
isn't
timing's
he sending
impeccable.
it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me.
Okay. He's not pressing enter.
But
Interesting.
I'm not taking any chances.
He's purposely not sending these
Grass
messages
block.
now.
When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two.
Oh, he's
Without
giga.
mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk.
Interesting.
I'm not scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
Why does he keep saying, I'm not scared? Like something's trying to scare him. Why is something trying to scare him? Why is he assuming something's trying to scare him?
Maybe I am scared.
Music drop. Yeah, just okay, let's just go to this arrow, bro. Let's just follow. Okay. Now I'm looking at everything he's doing to like.
The other sign was pointed head on.
What a banger song!
So many times I committed so many crimes.
Bro.
And I was pretty sure of myself. You
Dude, this song goes crazy, dog.
to be somebody else. Baby, I'm home again.
Damn, Minecraft videos go crazy. What?
Avery walks through a tunnel. A tunnel which quickly turns into a maze.
Okay.
And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end, Avery navigates through it.
Bro. I just want a quick pause. What's making me love this video more than the ish Minecraft video is like, I think it's so much cooler when an individual can make such a cool gaming video versus like, oh yeah, I just have a team of people. There's 1,000 people in here. Like, I rather like the solo project versus like the big team project, you know? Like, so it's just cool. Like, just generally just in the YouTube ecosystem, I love it when there's just one creator that makes a banger story. Agreed. Agreed, definitely wee-wee. So cool. Dude, the Minecraft community on YouTube makes such insane videos, dude. It is crazy, bro.
Avery is clearly smart. Smart enough to set a trap, and smart enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to enter the cave. The signs pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is, it's leading Avery. But to what? We don't know. All we do know is that he isn't alone. And finally,
I love that
Avery exits the maze.
Is that an alphabet?
Another giant room with what looks like a cipher above a door, with
Looks like a
3 levers right in front of it.
Okay.
Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code, deep in thought.
That's it. And that's the footage.
From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something like this. It doesn't immediately remind me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just gives gibberish every single time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that I, or Avery, can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall. And then...
52-minute video. Got it.
He gets it. Okay, I guess it was solvable. Avery says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where 2 ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable. How Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock, but instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this? Efficient.
Can't you just break through it? Just use your pickaxe. Unfortunately for you, I have a pickaxe. Yeah. Bro, just bang through it, son.
And with that, he's... Wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name. This isn't Avery's skin. Maybe the reason that we got 2 different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery.
Lucky block. Lucky block. Lucky block. Lucky block. Lucky block. Los lucky blocks. Los lucky blocks. Lucky block. Lucky block. Giraffa celestre. Giraffa celestre. Lucky block. 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 Los lucky blocks. Los Lucky Blocks. Lucky Block. Los Lucky Blocks. Los Lucky Blocks. Alalelo tralala. Cocofanto elefanto. Cocofanto elefanto. Cocofanto elefanto. Giraffa select. Treno struzzo turbo 3000. Treno struzzo turbo 3000. Cocofanto elefanto. Cocofanto elefanto. Lucky block. Giraffa celestre. Cocofanto elefanto. Lucky block. Lucky blocks. Lucky block. Lucky block. Lucky block. Los lucky block. Los lucky blocks. Lucky block. Los lucky block. Giraffa celestre.
shrimpini. Gattatino gnanini. Tutini shrimpini. Espresso signore.
Giraffa celeste.
Gattatino gnanini.
Mateo! Mateo! Mateo!
Urubini flamenco. Urubini flamenguini.
Lucky block.
Giraffa celeste. Tralalita tralala. Rocco disco. Rocco disco. Lucky block. 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 Lucky block.
Los lucky blocks. Los lucky blocks.
Lucky block.
Piccione macchina. Piccione macchina. Tralalita tralala. Tralalita tralala. Cocofanto elefanto.
Butter. Butter.
But this is all I have. Is it enough?
Butter.
No.
Heat it up.
Okay, I can do that. Wait, no, I don't have a giant pot. Where do you buy woks that size from? It's like a normal wok on 10 times zoom.
Drop the scallion.
Right, okay, they're oh, you meant in the pot. You didn't specify. You said drop them. Just chodding on them.
Onions next.
I'll make sure not to drop these ones.
Spices in.
Are you going to tell me what spices, or am I just meant to guess them out of thin air? I'm going to need some kind of direction here. I already don't have the necessary equipment.
Fry and remove.
Yeah, but where do I put them? Am I going to require a bowl the size of a government building?
Ginger slices.
Never mind, he's just tossed them to the side and put in some ginger.
Chili paste time.
What kind of chili? I need to know these details, otherwise I can't make this.
Rock sugar.
Why is rock sugar? Is it just sugar in rock form? If it is, I'm going to be pretty mad, because you could have just said sugar. Now I'm just confused. Is it sugar from the rock? I don't know. Why did it sound like that? They really are rocks?
Doubanjiang sauce.
What? What are the odds that Tesco has Doubanjiang sauce? I don't think I'm going to be able to make this.
Come on, man.
Look, Gordon, we don't have Doubanjiang sauce. No.
Fry till fragrant.
I can't imagine that not ever being fragrant.
Sichuan peppercorns.
I can probably find those. Not sure about the rake. Am I gonna have to go to the garden department?
Toast the spices.
Oh my god, what spices are they?
Sweet rice wine.
I've actually got that somehow.
White liquor unlock the flavors.
Now, at this rate, just keep the flavors locked.
Butter. Butter.
We are going to be late to trick or...
I spent 14 hours in Times Square for the New Year's countdown. Here's what it was really like. We reached at around 10 AM and the line was already filled with people. Really got me wondering if the ball drop was even worth the suffering. We bought sandwiches, had one last pee break, and then we were locked in. No toilets, no seats, and no leaving. The first few hours went by pretty fast. My friends and I played games, watched anime, and took turns to Asian squad. Then this happened. This British guy accused the family of cutting the line.
These people, we're all together. We've all been waiting together.
So they both had strong arguments. Eventually the squabble came to an end and thankfully nothing too serious happened. At around 5 PM, we made it through security and joined the crowd to calmly walk towards Times Square. Up to this point, the wait was still manageable. This is what the ball looks like. Throughout the next few hours, there were performances with dancers, singers. I think these two guys were hosting the event, but I was too busy watching Squid Game. The Jonas Brothers performed too, and I actually really enjoyed hearing Sucker live. But for some reason, they kept playing Sucker or the recording of Sucker like 3 or 4 times, and it got kind of old. We were also given practice to count down every hour in case we forgot how to. But the worst was yet to come. Everything was fine until it started pouring. This was when the previous 11 hours of standing and waiting really caught up to us. We were freezing, tired, and very thirsty. For the first time that night, I felt the struggle. Everyone went into self-preservation mode, standing in silence, just trying to survive as random performances and show segments went into a blur. Our heat packs were soaked along with our jackets, and all we could do was stand there and count the remaining hours. But somehow, we tugged it up, and the countdown finally started. So, is the Times Square countdown worth it, or is it overhyped? Honestly, I'm glad I did it, and it's a memory that will stay with me for life. But would I do it again? Absolutely not. The hype lasts minutes, but the wait lasts at least 14 hours. And the journey home wasn't pretty either. Everything was soaked, we were starving and barely functioning. I'm glad I experienced it once, and it was honestly more fun than I expected. But once is enough. So, will you wait 14 hours for this? I spent
mücadelesinden o say. Get back to that.
I will be brave. I will not let anything take away. Standing in front.
Kind of showing it, man. Watch this young man stand at home.
Bart went to work at a barbershop to earn pocket money, but the boss paid him with hair.
You're paying me in hair? You insane?
Encountering such a boss, Bart could only accept his bad luck. Then he met a restaurant owner. The owner handed Bart restaurant flyers and asked him to distribute them. Bart felt this was easy work, so he went door to door to hand them out, but everyone disliked the flyers. Bart fearfully threw the flyers into the trash can, but he was discovered by the boss, so the boss began teaching Bart the secrets of distributing flyers. Inspired, Bart took action at night. He first hung flyers on Burns's door. Burns noticed and opened the door to release his dog. Later, Bart covered the entire school with flyers. The next day, the entire street was filled with flyers. Bart used his ability to earn a lot of money, so he treated the whole family to hamburgers. But when they arrived, they saw environmental activists on the roof. They accused Krusty of cutting down a forest to make a cattle ranch. After hearing this, Krusty picked up a gun and attacked. Jesse, the leader of the environmental group, was hit and fell to the ground, so he was taken away by the police. Later, Lisa went to the police station to visit him in jail. She thought Jesse's protest action was amazing and asked if she could join the team. After getting permission, Lisa came to the team's base. Through Jesse's narration, they learned that Springfield's redwood trees were about to be cut down, and an auction had been held in advance. Then Jesse proposed that if someone was willing to live in the tree, they couldn't cut it down. Many members volunteered. But when they heard that once they climbed the tree, they couldn't come down again, everyone lowered their hands. So Lisa took on this responsibility. Then Lisa came to the redwood tree with her equipment. This thick and tall tree made Lisa a bit scared for a moment, but thinking of her responsibility, she climbed up without hesitation. Lisa climbed onto the wide tree trunk and prepared to set up camp. At this time, the logging team came under the tree ready to cut it down, but they were stopped by Lisa. The person in charge discovered Lisa and persuaded her to come down. So Lisa demanded that they stop cutting trees before she would come down. At this time, her family also came under the tree. Marge was very worried about Lisa's safety, seeing that persuasion was futile. The family sent up a lot of supplies for Lisa. One day, it suddenly started raining. At this time, Lisa missed home terribly in the cold weather. She raised her binoculars and saw the warmth of home.
Oh, now they're making popcorn and hanging Christmas stockings and coloring Easter eggs.
Lisa convinced herself that going home for just 1 hour wouldn't cause problems, so she climbed down the tree and ran home. When Lisa got home, she found that her family members were all asleep. Seeing this, she also nestled in Marge's arms, but Lisa accidentally fell asleep. When she woke up, it was already dawn. Lisa realized she had missed the time and immediately ran toward the redwood tree. But at this time, the redwood tree had already fallen. After Lisa returned home, she kept blaming herself. At this time, the news on TV reported the redwood tree had been struck down by last night's lightning. For a moment, everyone thought Lisa had died.
Goodbye, Lisa. We'll miss you.
The environmental team set up a memorial altar for Lisa. The logging company transferred this forest to Lisa's name to become a protected area. Marge wanted to stop this farce. Lisa told her that once the truth was revealed, the forest would be destroyed. At this time, Flanders brought food to Homer to help him forget his pain.
Must hide, Lisa. Come in.
The school prepared a care system giving Bart straight A's.
Get out.
Even when Homer went drinking, he could get free beer. One day, the logging company announced they would build an amusement park in Lisa's name. This meant leveling a large area of forest. Seeing this, Lisa denounced the boss for having no conscience. Bart went to work at a barbershop to earn pocket.
Emotional death.
Have you ever killed a zombie that was wearing armor but none of it dropped? There's only an 8.5% chance that it will, but if you put a zombie wearing armor inside water and wait for it to turn into a drowned, it'll drop all its items with full durability every time. To find zombies holding powerful items, go to a trial chambers and look for a zombie trial spawner. They normally only spawn regular zombies, but if you drink an ominous bottle near it and turn it into an ominous trial spawner, it'll spawn powerful mobs and can even reward you with a key. So an easy way to get their items and keys, go to a zombie trial spawner and dig out a 9x9 hole around it that's 3 blocks deep. Then place water flowing to one side, and on the other side make a trench that's 2 blocks deep, with water flowing to one end. Where the water stops, dig down 4 blocks, place a hopper connected to a chest, a trapdoor on the hopper, and water above the trapdoor. Lastly, place a slab on the spawner. Now when you drink an ominous bottle, powerful mobs will spawn and get pushed by the water. They will then turn into drowned and drop their items with full durability. Have you ever killed a zombie?
I would like to purchase. How much?
Looks like these are 90 cents a piece.
Terribly sorry, little boy. It sounds to me like you were saying these cucumbers are 90 cents a piece.
I am.
The man walked over to a trash bin. Inside, he found some cucumbers and a bit of salt. Then he picked up a broken shopping cart and used a few wooden planks to build a simple shelf. After finding some empty jars, he began making pickles. His homemade pickles quickly caught the attention of two passers-by.
Artisanal pickles. Sir, how local is your produce?
I make pickle here in Brooklyn.
And are they all natural?
It's pickle.
One of them opened a jar.
Wow. Ooh.
And the sharp, spicy smell hit the back of his throat. The other took a sniff and said it was pretty strong. So strong it felt like you could smell it with your eyes. They kept smelling the pickles, praising how good they were.
Yeah. Straight from the devil.
Very pungent.
Yeah? How much do we owe you?
It's $4 for pickle.
$3 cheaper than the supermarket. The two of them paid without hesitation.
Oh, stripes. Scum it is.
Are you Herschel Greenbaum?
Yes, $14 for pickle.
You're gonna have to shut this down immediately. You can't just take food out of a garbage can and sell it to people.
After hearing that, the customers turned around and walked away. The man tried to explain that his product was completely natural, with no additives, but the inspector ignored his explanation. She issued him a $12,000 fine and told him he had to stop selling until it was paid in full. Soon, rumors about the man started spreading everywhere.
Herschel, we heard the terrible news. Yeah, what happened?
I was shut down by evil woman.
He had no choice but to make everything meet the proper standards, but he had no idea how to do it all on his own. His friends suggested expanding the business and hiring a few workers, but the man couldn't afford to hire anyone.
You could get interns.
Interns?
Yeah, they're unpaid workers.
Unpaid workers.
Right, you compensate them in education and experience.
Then, following the market's hygiene standards, they began preparing and fermenting kimchi. They graded each batch based on quality. Under the man's guidance, they quickly produced kimchi that met all the regulations.
This is what we're reaching for, everybody. This is the dream. This is the goal. Perfect jar of pickle. I would like to purchase.
Because the pillow is on the bed. The egg is inside of the pillow.
My daughter showed up at my door at 4 a.m. crying and yelled, "Dad, please help. My boyfriend wants to kill me." But I didn't want to open it. I looked through the peephole. She was terrified, barefoot, had a black eye. Most people would have opened the door if this was their daughter, but I hesitated. I didn't want to fall for this again, so I made a decision. I unlocked the door slowly and dragged Riley in by her arm immediately. I pulled her straight to the living room where I opened my gun safe with one hand while gripping her hard with the other. I took my pistol and walked back to the front door, still holding her. Through the window, I saw headlights pulling into my driveway. Travis is here. Riley was trembling behind me. For context, 2 years ago, Riley started dating Travis. She was 22. He was 29. Had this smooth way of talking that made my gut twist. Within 3 weeks, she asked me to lend her $2,000 for his surgery. I said no. She called me heartless. 4 days later, I came home from the hardware store and found them going through my cabinet, the one where I kept my late father's watch collection. "What are you doing in here?" Riley jumped. "Dad, I was just showing Travis where." Travis cut her off. "Look, man, your dad's gone. These watches are just sitting here collecting dust." I grabbed him by the shirt, threw him toward the door. "Get the hell out, both of you." Riley screamed at me. "Granddad would have helped us. He would have understood. I never want to see you again." Travis kicked a hole in my drywall on the way out. Me and Riley didn't speak for 8 months, until one night at 11 p.m. I got a voice note from
Kebabino. Mano del Blingo. Gianni Turbozzi. Matteo.
ever wonder how different Christmas is in Australia? Well, wonder no longer, because I'm here to tell you that, like the rest of the country, it's fucking cursed. First off, our Christmas is in the dead centre of summer, which means that rather than waking up to a lovely white Christmas, we wake up and immediately start melting into a puddle because it's 35 fucking degrees outside and the aircon's broken. With this change in weather comes a change in work uniform for old Santa Claus, trading out